Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of The Young Farmer. My name is Andy, as always, and we are trying to crack on. We've got quite a few Heston bales of straw to shift, and typically it is, as you can see, the sun is setting, and we're due some rain later on tonight and tomorrow morning. So all those bales of straw, or all those fields have been cut, baled, but I'm trying to get mine out of the field before it gets wet, really. Now, I couldn't get started too soon because I had to wait for the news that we could go, primarily because I had to wait to see, I had to strike up a deal for a storage solution. I couldn't leave them in the field, couldn't really leave them on the edge of the field because I'd need access to move them at some point. So I was looking for some alternative whereby I would be able to store everything, and I think I found something that should be suitable. But what it does mean though is that we have to take it, we're carting them a fair way. So there's going to be a few runs this evening before we can consider ourselves done. But there's this old sugar beet pad up near where my yard is based, because obviously I have no storage space in my yard either. But nearby me there is a sugar beet pad that I've been fortunate enough to be able to rent for probably about 4 months really, because I want to keep hold of these until the winter when we'll get them shipped out. So that's what we're looking at the moment. So yeah, we're going to take this load over, we'll have a look at the pad in question. There's a little Dutch barn there, so that should be quite good. Worst case, the rest of it will just hang outside as well. But we'll see how we get on. But what it does mean, as you can see, it's quite a long haul, really. It's taken us some time, but we're just going to go straight over the road here. We are still in the big Axion. We've got this until tomorrow morning, so I figured why not put some wear onto their tyres rather than mine. And across we go, which seems to be like a smart move on my part. My spring barley is looking fantastic here on both sides. I'm hoping we can get into that soon. Ideally next week or so would be great. But we're going to pull into here. Now, like I said, this was once a sugar beet sorting pad. Used to tip it here from the fields and then load up the lorries from here. But obviously, as you can see right now, it is just a bit of an old concrete hard stand, which we're going to try and take advantage of if we can, hopefully. So what we need to do is lift the back trailer up there. There we go. And I'm not sure if this is going to fit underneath. If it won't fit underneath, we're going to have to we'll have to borrow someone's loader again and try and start a stack here. But it doesn't look good. Let's go have a look at that. Beautiful sunset over there. They're absolutely stunning this evening. Maybe. Okay, so let's see if we can just get a little bit more square on here. And there we go. I'll have to just push this back, and if we can't get it under, like I say, then that'll be that. But let's have one more quick look, see how we're doing. Ooh. No. Okay. Well, with that in mind, we'll move this forward again a little bit. And what I think we shall do... we'll stack these here for now, and then like I say, we'll try and borrow a loader tomorrow to get these stacked away properly. And then all being well, that will be good to go. We can get ourselves turned around here. So we're going to make one more trip, get my door shut, and we'll get on our way. We'll make a couple more trips to see how much of this we can all get brought over here. At least it'll be out of the field, and then we can focus on getting them stacked up into the dry as soon as possible. But yeah, we are due rain tomorrow, so we want to try and do this with a bit of speed about ourselves, and we shall see from there. Oh, there we go. So we're going to take the same trip back there, and we'll catch up with you when we're back in the field. And just like that, we have another load done. The beauty of a Heath Chaser really lets you crack on and get through all of this. So we have probably one more load in there roughly, but we're going to try and race our way back down to the stack point, and we'll get this stacked up nicely out of the way. We will continue with this over the rest of the evening and see if we can get these all done, and we'll come back to you tomorrow once we have this all stacked up, and we'll see if we can get something resembling a bale stack over at that yard there. So we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back along. We have stolen the Manitou again. We need to go and stack these bales up and get this all taken care of nicely. So we're going to borrow our neighbour's Manitou once more. And this is the Manitou you may remember I unloaded some fertilized with not so long ago actually. So we're borrowing this so we can get a good start. It won't take that long to do at all actually, but it's just going to be something that we'll look to kind of get out of the way now. It rained a tiny little bit this morning, really not a lot at all. Small spattering of raindrops really is about it. But so I don't want any more though, and I want to get this done. It's nice and early this morning. We're gonna get this done, and then we'll have a look at our spring crops, see if anything's near ready to be done. Oh yeah, and this was me getting used to the chaser last night. That didn't go very well. However, we'll get used to that one, I hope. Let's turn the corner here, and yeah, we will. Oh, don't lose any more. We will see if we can get these done. We might just try and take 2 of these at the very top because these look heavy. There we go, get that weight down. And then, yeah, so we'll try and... Oh, we've lost one already. Good. Good, I should have put the grab in there. Alright, so we've got those 2 settled out there anyway. Let's see, we'll just take another 2 again to be sure. Not sure. Weight-wise, it shouldn't be a problem, but yeah, we just don't want to... let's use that on. There we go. They shouldn't move anywhere this time. So I hope you're all doing very well today. Hope you are cracking on with whatever you need to be doing. Hope harvest is going very well for you. And if you are in the region, yeah, let me know what you're doing. I'm always very interested, as I always say. Can't believe those ones fell over. That was very annoying. Never mind. But we will get these 2 here, or these 2 stacks put away, and then we'll see what we can do about harvest. We'll have to see if there's a combine ready to go. See what we can do on that front of things, but we'll ask a few questions, see what answers we get, and see how we can take it from there. So we will be back with you. We'll be back with you in just a little while. Well then, folks, it's not a good stack, or it's not a stable stack, but it's a stack of straw that's in the dry out of any coming rain, which is the main thing for me. Like I say, they won't be here too long, and then we're going to get them out of here and shipped off anyway, so they'll do just fine there, I'm sure of it. We'll pull that in, that is just good to go. So now, what we need to do is we need to go and take this back over to the neighbour, drop this off for him, and then we can go and have a look at some of these crops. They're going to be wet this morning because there was a little bit of rain, as I mentioned. Probably not enough to do too much damage, but those rain nonetheless. So we'll have to go and have a look at that, see how that's coming along, and see what we can do. But we'll drop off the Manitou first, and we'll come back and have a look. Okay guys, here we are. We're standing in our crop of spring barley. This is a variety called LG Diablo. Now LG Diablo, when it's a good condition, good quality crop, when the proteins are high enough within the grain sample, this will go away for malting barley, which means it can be used for, you might find it in a can of lager or a pint near you soon. With its at the moment that we don't know the true sample, we're aiming still to get it for malting. If it fails to have sufficient protein levels, it will go in as animal feed grade barley, which means that I get a little bit less price for it, but it still gets a good usage. Right now, as I mentioned earlier today and late last night, earlier this morning, it did rain a little bit, so the moisture on this is still a shade high. I just ran a quick moisture check with our tester, and it's still coming in about 19%, so it's knocked on a few more percent than I'd like it to have. I would typically want to, because I don't have any drying facilities, I'd like to run this into the store at about 15% there, so it's still a little bit too high. The sun is shining though, there's a breeze in the air. It might knock off another couple of percentage today, but at best, really, that'll be about it. So we can't hope for too much more. Same goes for the field over the road there. That is another field of barley, so we're waiting very much to see what's happening with that. And then we can... Well, we'll make a decision based on that, really. But what I'd like to do, we might go and escort the combine over here. The local combine's ready to go. It is in fact Gary, it's the chap who we baled the straw for, so we'd have to escort it from over. I think it's still actually parked up over in the field where we baled the straw, to be honest. But it does mean that there's going to be a lot to do there, and we'll have to bring it over. Whether or not I don't know, we might just park it in our yard. Our yard's a little bit tight. We could get it set up in there if nothing else, and it'd be ready to go. For now, though, we will probably just take the Land Rover over there and go and pick up the header trailer. Meet him over there, of course, because he's going to have to drive the combine over. And we'll get it set up and see what we can do. So we'll go and get that done. I doubt we'll get going today, but we can always get things ready to roll. And we'll have a look, see. But before, I just remembered I need to go and get my trailer back. So we'll do that one first, because we need to go and empty the trailer with wheat in, and then we can, we can actually use that, because we're going to need something to lead off with, I suppose. So we're just going to quickly spin the Land Rover around. In the current weather we've got now, with the breeze and the sunshine, I'd expect typically that a kind of would drop a percentage point every hour or so, really, if the breeze kicks up there. Maybe 1.5 every hour. So it's going to take a few hours for the moisture to drop sufficiently, for my liking at least. So that's where we stand at the moment. We'll have to see about that one. But we're gonna take our tractor now anyway, and the baler's hooked off it because we had the demo action on there. So we'll just stop this here. Lovely. So that needs a bit of a wash down, actually, a blow down. We might have to do that if we can't get combine in today. But yeah, we'll go back onto the small class now, back into our little Arian, and we'll go and pick up our trailer. I don't know if it's still full of wheat. I don't know if he emptied it or not. We might have to do that ourselves, of course. But we'll see. There we go. Up and out. Excellent stuff. So it is a bit of a stop-start day today. We're just not able to get on with what we want at the moment. We are now kind of back end of summer, so we're coming into spring crops, and then I've got a couple of jobs lined up soon for ploughing as well. So it's really coming around. But you know, such is life. It always gets a little bit sticky at this time of year because the weather's just so hit and miss, to be honest. But we'll have to make do with that what we can. I think there's still a couple of people out there trying to get some late cut silage in, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes for them. There's certainly not a lot of grass around at the moment. We've been sufficiently busy though. I'm very happy with the amount of baling we've done so far. The big Heston bale, having that on board has been a massive advantage for me. Really has opened up a lot of doors with that as well, actually. So that's been really good, a big relief. We'll just go back in this. Our trailer still looks full, so we have to run this on down to the store, I think. So what I might do, I might just have a quick go and find the owner, see if he see Gary, see if he wants to put this into the store, if he wants to tip this on the shed floor somewhere, and I'll find out what he wants to do, and we'll come back and see if we can get this resolved. So good news, we're not driving it halfway across the region. We're just going to tip it on the floor in the corner here, which is ideal, nice and quick as well. And the rest of it is all in the silo here. That's where I let it all into, but I think it went into the silo with the aim of going through the dryer, and it just hasn't got through the dryer yet. So this stuff will join it in the dryer, and then typically what usually happens is they'll just bulk it all into here until they ship it out. Just like that. Let's just edge forward a little bit, and we're away. Perfect. I'm surprised Gary hasn't got his drill on and he's starting to put some oilseed rape in the ground, actually. That is something that they need to get cracking with, really. The old tale is that you should always try and have your oilseed rape in the ground before the end of August. That's to give it a good fighting chance. So I guess we'll see how true that is. We've got a couple of weeks left. We're still like kind of back end of August, so there's still plenty of time. My spring barley is actually a little bit quick off the draw. It had a good couple of really sunny weeks that brought it on like nothing else. So yeah, maybe that was it. That's kind of sped up its final growth a little bit there. And we'll get ourselves around the corner, take this back down to the yard here, and we can get ourselves all ready to roll. But for now, yeah, like I say, it is a little bit of a short one. What we'll likely do is go and see if we can move the combine over as well. I'm not sure what the plan is with that, but I'm sure we'll find out. And all being well, we'll get that set up, we'll get the combine ready to go, and then we'll be good to go for tomorrow, I think. But for now, just a little bit of a hit and miss episode, tidying up a few loose ends, saying goodbye to the Axion, sadly. That was a shame. Would love to have kept that, but it's an expensive one. I'm not sure, but we won't be able to buy upgrade to that anytime soon. We are looking into it, but it's just not going to be feasible quite yet. But yeah, it's something I'd really like to get sorted out. But we'll move into here, and then all we can do now really is wait for the combine. So we shall come back to you when we've got better news. The moisture level has dropped and we can get combining. But until then, thank you ever so much for watching, as always. I have been Andy. I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation if you've yet to already, and we shall see you in the next one. So until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.